Hello, hello. Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. What's up, Sapito? I told you, girl, it would take a minute. A couple people stopped in. God love Miss Tina. She took her nighttime meds, so she's gonna catch the replay. But we love her so much. Um. Anyways, Carrie popped in here earlier, so and I miss y'all too. So I just want to get some housekeeping out of the way really quickly. Um, I have hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Sepito. Anyways. Oh hey, Carrie. Hey. Good, good, good. Well, I just want to get this out of the way. So I've been kind of in a funk, but I've also had some health stuff going on. Perpetual, hey baby, how are you? You hear me? Good, 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 good. And I'm still here. Like I'll pop in for a second, but not going to be doing much of that because you know funk and stuff going on. But anyway, oh hey Shar, hey baby, how are you? I'm glad to see y'all too, man. I miss y'all so much. But yeah, um, had some stuff going on here. Um, I don't know. We're just trying to do things in the house with our home and with our property and things like that. And I've had some health stuff going on. It's been touch and go. I'm fine. I'm not dying. It's nothing like that. It's just nonetheless, just trying to get to the bottom of stuff. When you get older, things happen. So yeah, just pushing through. So I'm trying to slowly get back into it. I miss you. Like I'm honest to God, trying not to choke up. What's up, Arctic? Hey, baby, how are you? Cat Eyes, Linda, Shortcake. I miss y'all so much. Aw, Char, don't make me cry, Char. Anyways, I'm super excited too. I'm super excited. And I tell y'all what, even though I haven't been streaming, I haven't missed a beat. I know what everything, with cases and stuff, I'm caught up. I mean, even my husband was like, you intake all this stuff and who do you commentate to about me? So yeah, and he's right. So but yeah, and like I said, just personal stuff, health stuff. But yeah, I'm good, slowly trying to get back into it. And I appreciate y'all. I just appreciate y'all, and y'all have stood with me. And you know I love this channel. I love what it's become. And good, good, Carrie. Yeah, I'll be in the comment section. I keep my community post hot, but I'm definitely not in the algorithm. But I am okay. And just still trying to figure out exactly what's going on me medically. But it's okay. Everything's fine. And God runs my ship, nobody else. So there's that. This Athena case is nuts. I've been following it up all day. Probably going to Cyril to help with the start. Awesome, awesome, Arctic. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, shortcake. Oh, I love you too, Sapito. Yeah, and I appreciate those that have, you know, checked on me and that are still here and all the stuff. But yeah, this Athena case is crazy. And honest to goodness, I still don't have a good grasp on how in the world they were left there. Like, oh, you're here now. Happy. Oh, I know. I know. I'm excited too. Also, I don't know how true it is or whatever, but I heard YouTube is cracking down on some profanity or whatever. I did not monetize this stream. At least I don't think I did. So we're good. But moving forward, if you hear a lot less F bombs, which you probably won't because, I am who I am. But there's that. So just, anyways. All right, let's jump into this. I do have other stories I want to talk about. Like, honest to God, I have so much crap I want to share with y'all that y'all already know about. But anyways, not for me, anyways. My commentary. But we're going to talk about the 6-year-old shooting that happened. He shot his teacher. I'm sure y'all saw that. We're going to talk about that. They got left by crappy caretakers. Well, that's what I thought. But I mean, that excuse seems a little hollow to me. Right? So, like, what the hell's really going on? It was wild at the press conference, too, because the grandma was like, oh, the family's here, but my son's doing what he needs to do. Criminality did a good stream about this baby. Yeah, they're trying to stop me. Oh, I know, girl. They always trying to hold us down, People don't like free thinkers. I'm just kidding. People just like to bitch, truthfully. All right. So I wonder, where do y'all want to start? I have a couple. Well, actually, let's look at this one. I seen Hills in the Air. Shout out. God loves the clip channels. That's right. They're out there doing real work. Anyways, Hills in the Air, actually, she really cares about these cases and stuff. So she may have a commentary channel, a parody, little cow channel, whatever have you. But she truly cares. And same as burnt toast. So she posted this baby earlier. So your algorithm has been jacked up for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, well, I'm shocked I have people in here, truthfully. Because like I said, it takes a minute to get back in the algorithm, which is fine. I mean, and over the past year, it's just gotten kind of worse and worse for me, but it's all right, man. It is what it is. So let's look at this one first. Let me sure. God, it's been so flipping long. It's been literally going on close to 2 months. Wait a second. Why isn't... Hold on. Oh, okay. God, it's weird. They upgraded StreamYards. Oh, yeah. And speaking of StreamYards, they're so amazing. They completely deleted my intro. I don't have an intro anymore. Half of my videos are gone. So, yeah, that's why there was no intro today, because I couldn't find the one that I had downloaded. So, StreamYards decided to delete mine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so let's look at this baby. Y'all know that I hate seeing grown men cry unless they're babies, and then it's just depressing. But, real men, like when they're sad, it's very heartbreaking. And this dad, he said he would go to the ends of the earth to find his daughter. It's just awful. So let's take a look at Jaliyah. I believe it's how you pronounce her name. This is sad. Hey, fat baby. I'm so excited to see y'all too. So I guess I can see the chat. I'm right here. No, actually. Yeah, it's crazy. People are getting unsubbed, and then, oh yeah, that too. Well, you know what? I seen also that a lot of smaller channels, for whatever reason, they were deleting their views. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, I think y'all can see that pretty good. All right, let me know if it's an echo. So, and I will mute.
Hurry into Jetson for the best price on LG appliances, featuring the ultimate 1 hour.
Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. Hopefully there's not an echo. So, let's see. Uh-oh, where's the unmute button?
I don't care where it is. I'll go anywhere for her. I just want my daughter. That's it.
A father pleading for answers tonight about his missing 11-year-old daughter. Jaliyah Williams hasn't returned home since she vanished from her bus stop in Riviera Beach last week. Jade Jarvis is live for us outside of JFK Middle School in Riviera Beach, where she goes to school. And Jade, you spoke with the girl's father, and he believes he knows the person who took her.
Yeah, that's right, Felicia. Jaliyah's father believes that an estranged relative took Jaliyah from that.
Well, they think it's a relative, but when I was watching this earlier, I'm not going to pause a whole lot, but I did want to get this out before I forget. Have y'all been noticing, like, right at this age of 11 and 12, which obviously we see it and obviously it happens. But to me, it seems like there has been a spike in particularly 11-year-olds. I can't tell you how many 11-year-olds I have seen that have gone missing, and, over, I'd say most of them have been with older men. Like, it's insanity to me. It's just crazy.
That bus stop last Thursday morning and possibly drove her across state lines.
And the crazy part is, I had this conversation with my daughter prior to me dropping her off.
The events of last Thursday morning play on a loop in Willis Williams' mind.
I had this conversation with my daughter prior to me dropping her off.
The events of last Thursday morning play on a loop in Willis Williams' mind.
I said, Jaliyah, don't be no fool for nobody. Don't trust anybody. It was in my heart to say this to her. This was the morning that I dropped her off.
Williams dropped Jaliyah off at her bus stop at Lakeshore Drive and East 27th Street in Riviera Beach around 8:40 that morning. He says there were other kids standing there, so he felt safe leaving her there to wait for the bus. But when he returned at 4:30 that afternoon to pick her up, He says other kids got off the bus, but not Jaliyah.
And you see, like when they show the surrounding areas, surely there's going to be ring camera. There's going to be all kind of stuff, but I mean, did she go to school? And then she just I need more info. And unfortunately, I ain't seen much about this case at all. So hopefully we can try to change that,
To just say, okay, you know what? Let me call to the school, see if they're having a late bus run. They say no, all the buses came out. She's not here on campus.
Williams said he heard that an estranged relative drove to Florida from Georgia to take Jaliyah, and that's where he believes she is now. He has this message for his daughter.
Just go home. I'm not mad. I just want you home. I just want you here next to me.
Well, listen, here's the thing. Maybe she can't get home for one, for two. Kids are going to do what we allow them to do, right? She's 11. So obviously somebody had to come get her. Somebody has to feed her. Somebody has to tend to her. So my message would be to this piece of shit adult that decided they would take her ass and get in the car and pick up mine. No, we need I don't like this. This is nuts. I wish somebody would just show up and randomly pick up my kid's family, not family. But the fact that it is somebody potentially, let me say potentially, because they don't exactly know, that it's a family member? Like, are you kidding me? Oh, no, we're coming to your house. We don't even have time for the news broadcast. We are coming down there for you. So I hope this father gets some answers, because who the hell do these family members think they are? This ain't the first time we've seen some overzealous family member do it the right way. If you think something's wrong, report it. I mean, do the right thing. You can't go around kidnapping kids. Like, what the hell? Who does that?
I'm used to you here with me. You've been with me since 2018.
Now, Jaliyah is 5'2" tall. She's 125 pounds, and she has.
He almost said it like, I'm doing the best I. Like, when he said that, what I heard was, you've been here. I've been doing the right thing. I've been trying. That's what I heard. When that father said that, that's what I heard. I'm trying. I know it's not perfect, but give me a chance. Like, he probably believes that, Jaliyah is going along with it, but still she's a child. It ain't up to her,
Brown eyes and long brown braids. She was last seen wearing a turquoise polo shirt, and she was also carrying a pink Nike backpack. Now, if you have any information about where Jaliyah might be, you should call the Palm Beach County Schools Police Department or Crime Stoppers.
That cracked me up. Yeah, I know, right? Now, mom is around. I did see, let me see, it might be in another one. Because actually, when I first seen this, it was a content creator named Kit, K-I-T. She did like a little short, 2-minute video, and she just spliced together some news clippings. So I tracked down my own news clippings. But in her video, I did see mom talking. So I want to see if I have more, or if let me see. Is this the one that I have pulled up? No, it's not. Oops. I got to do this. Hold on. So let me see if the other one I have. Guys, it's been like 10,000 years. I don't even know how to stream anymore. So let's look at this other one I have. And maybe mom is in it. I'm almost positive it was mom, but it was another lady. Let me see. Oh, that was sad. Let's see. Father pleading 25. Let me see. Might be this one. I need to be better at my organization skills. What is that? Organization skills? That's a thing? All right, let's see if it's in this one. All right. This one might not be a video, though. Actually, yeah, it's not. All right. Yeah, it is a crazy world we live in. A father pleading for answers tonight about his 11-year-old daughter. Wait a minute, skip. No, that's not what I'm trying to look at. Hold on. Jaliyah Williams hasn't returned home since she vanished from her bus stop in Riviera Beach last Thursday. So she went missing on the 5th. Goes into the earth. I'm trying to look. There was one. Actually, I wonder. Let me just pull up this girl's YouTube because I don't know that she'll care. I guess I could do fair use for a 2-minute video. I'm not worried about it. But and then y'all can go watch it yourself and sub up. And hopefully it was her video I seen. And then I watched a few. But let me just pull it up. And we'll watch her video. Give me half a second. All right, let's see if that pops up. Something. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves in here. Yes, like and shares are free. Don't be trifling, right? If you got to hit the dislike, make sure you hit it twice. Make sure, leave it DNA print. That's right. That's right. We need all the DNA we can get. Let me look through my history because I watched it earlier. It might be a better way of looking it up fast. I don't think this creator will mind. I've never heard of her, honestly. I guess she does do true crime. Of course, I'm having a set on my laptop. But so yeah, and that was the only picture. Yeah, I know I had to connect to the internet. Hello, I am. That was the only picture that I could find also of Jaliyah. So just the one picture, and I'm assuming it's like a what are they called? A school proof, because it's got writing on the top of her forehead. Here we go. Let's pull this one up. It's a 3-minute video. Hold on. Okay, so let me share the screen. Actually, hold on. Let me go grab the link. Then let me share the screen. And then I will, y'all can just go and sub to this lady. Kid is awesome. She won't mind. Okay, good. Yeah, that's right, Shar. You tell him. All right. Good, Arctic. Well, that makes me feel better. Copy. All right. So here's the link for this video. Let me pop it in here. Okay, stop sharing. Let me pop back. All right, and this is Jaliyah Williams, 11 years old, missing out of Florida. She was not seen. She wasn't seen again after she went missing from her bus stop. Family believes that another family member may have come and got her. So, and this is Kit. This is how I found out about this case. I'm going to mute. So, but I will follow the chat on my phone. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I put up the new poop emojis. It's got writing at the bottom. I forgot I did it. Well, they're not new, but they feel new since I'm barely streaming anymore, right? All right, just give them, you know, y'all are over here. We're winging it 101 over here, so just give it a second. All right, there we go. Full screen. Hold on.
This is missing 11-year-old Jaliyah Williams. Okay, when did she go missing here? Oh, it says here January 5th, 2023. She is, like I said, 11. She's 5'2", 125 pounds. She's got brown eyes, brown hair, and braids here. She was wearing a turquoise polo shirt with Arrow 87 on it, khaki shorts with pink, gray, and white Nike shoes. She was carrying a pink Nike backpack. She was last seen at her bus stop, located at southeast corner of East 25th Street, Lakeshore Drive, at 8:40 a.m. She is listed as endangered due to her age. Anybody with info, call 561-434-8700. And I'm going to play.
Can I just say this too? I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to do a little bitching, just a little wee bit of bitching. If the children are under the age of 14, can we just automatically give them an Amber Alert? Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Oh, well, yes, it is too much to ask because your phone's going to ping all the time and then people get desensitized due to blah, 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 blah. Please come at me with all the excuses you got. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to hear it, right? But it's bullshit. She's 11. She's 11. This baby that just went missing, Athena, she only has an endangered persons. She's 4. Like, why can we not make some things mandatory? Guess who else was 11? Guess who else never had an Amber Alert? Xavier Harrelson. Guess where he was found? 3 miles from his house. Why? Because he was treated like a runaway. I mean, can we just say that 11-year-olds are very much children? They're very much little children. I don't understand. Good, Arctic, good. I will share it and sign it and do all the things because it's ridiculous. Oh,
A news clip of her dad asking for help.
I'll search the ends of the earth for her. I don't care where it is. I'll go anywhere for her. I just want my daughter. That's it. My face when she got out, she was like, "Bye, Daddy, I love you." And you could have told me that when I go to pick her up at 4:30 that she wasn't going to be there because I'm used to her being there.
Willis
And I want her back.
With each passing hour, the family of missing 11-year-old Jaliyah Williams' emotional plea for help grows stronger.
I don't care about anything else. I just want my baby back. I want her home.
Her father says the last time they saw her is on Thursday morning, when he dropped her off at a bus stop on the southeast corner of East 25th Street and Lakeshore Drive, south of Blue Heron Boulevard. He suspects she never got on the bus.
So it's multiple kids there. I would never just drop her off by herself or leave her there by herself.
Williams didn't know she was missing until he returned to the bus stop that afternoon to pick her up, but she wasn't there. The 11-year-old's cell phone is also off right now.
I do also know that the buses run late sometimes. So what I did was I called to the school and they said, well, none of the buses are late today. She's not here. It's been so many contradicting stories. The one story that I do know is my daughter's gone.
Authorities say Jaliyah may be in Palm Beach Gardens or North Palm Beach, but the family says otherwise.
I'm Jaliyah's oldest sister.
30-year-old Jaquita Williams fears she could be with an estranged relative, and that there's a possibility she could be out of state.
She knew she was going to plan to take Jaliyah, and either she has family or a friend, someone that's in Georgia. Her not being here with us, she's in danger.
The family says they won't stop searching, hoping.
that's crazy. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. Hey, Cree, hey, baby, how are you? Arctic, I tried to pin that, but it just kept going straight to the change. Would you repost it, but put some type of writing at the end of it because it won't let me click on it. It just lets me go straight to the link. But I will pin it if you will rewrite it and just put some writing at the end. Because, yeah, like I said, it won't let me click on it. But anyways, yeah, please check out this change.org petition that Arctic shared because it is specifically about Amber Alerts and children, so, and it's very important. And hey, Cree, I kind of explained at the beginning of the stream kind of what's been going on with me a little bit. So, but no worries. If you care, you don't care. But I'm glad you're here. You've been with me from the beginning, and I appreciate you, honey. I really do.
And waiting to hear something from little Jaliyah.
I never wanted this to happen. I never wanted to go through this. I just wanted to just raise my daughter, and that's it.
She's like my child, and I've been taking care of her for a long time. We just want her home.
Now she
We just want her home.
Now she
to take Jaliyah, and either she has family or a friend, someone that's in Georgia. Her not being here with us, she's in danger.
The family says they won't stop searching, hoping, and waiting to hear something from little Jaliyah.
I never wanted this to happen. I never wanted to go through this. I just wanted to just raise my daughter, and that's it.
She's like my child, and I've been taking care of her for a long time.
So she says she is like my child. I have been taking care of her for a long time. So she is not actually mom, at least, not that I could tell from that. So, but she does seem to care. Thanks, Arctic. I'll get in just a second. What's up, Nancy? Hey, baby. God, that's heartbreaking. So it's almost like, maybe the child had been with somebody else at another time when she was younger, but she's been with dad and I assume girlfriend. and they've been taking care of her. I don't know. I mean, it's awful, you know. Okay, good, Cree, good. Yeah, this is terrible. Well, let's finish it out. And and at the end of her, it just show more pictures that I didn't find. You know, this girl Kit, she's good. I was looking for the pictures, but yeah, she probably went to Facebook. I try to avoid Facebook at all costs, but yeah.
We just want her home.
Now she
Please go give that creator a sub. Her name is Kit. I will drop the link again. Please go sub her up. Give her a like. And she covers these missing babies. Let's see. Wonder if mom is a strange person at GA. No, I think they said it was why wouldn't they say mom? I don't know. I thought they said a cousin. Or maybe they just said a family member. That is a good question. I mean, I don't know, though. Man. All right. Thanks, Arctic. Let me see if it'll let me replace people. Yeah, there it goes. All right. There it goes. Please, y'all go sign the petition. All right. Yeah, there it goes. It let me work that time. It worked for me that time, I guess is what I was trying to say. Shit, not only is streaming hard, words are apparently hard. So we're just going to keep Jaliyah lifted up in prayer. And, man, God, I hate seeing men cry. He said, I'll go to the ends of y'all know somebody else that breaks my flipping heart. And that is, which I've wanted to cover it over here. I've shared so much stuff about it. But, God, her name just completely went out of my head. Shaquilla. The Cabo 6. You know, they went to Mexico, her and her friends. In her heart, right. She went to Mexico with her friends, and yeah, they took her life. And your guess is as good as mine. What the hell's actually going on in that case? Because can't get no mainstream coverage. It's bullshit, honestly. What about Maya Malete? What about Larry Malete? Any mainstream media covering that other than the one local place? Yeah, right. It's bullshit. You know, I mean, whatever. I could bitch for days. All right, let's move on to let's see. We're gonna probably do some reading with Madalina because they released the search warrants. So that's an offer. I'm telling you, Char, they gonna fuck around and find out. That one's for Miss Tina. She said she had to take her medicine, but she's going to catch a replay. And please drop some F-bombs. She just loves to hear Bieber cuss. I love me some Tina. I love me some Tina Powers. All right. Let me see. I guess we could go ahead and talk about, what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to talk? Oh, let me show y'all this real quick, though. Let me show y'all this. Oh my God. Boy, y'all about to be mad. Which they're all infuriating. This one's pretty bad. Yeah, fuck around and find out. Look at the dumb dusting off her skill. That's right, girl. Shit. Yeah, I was not happy about my intro being gone. Hubby's like, if you made it and you bought it yourself, I mean, you have the link. I'm like, well, yeah, one would think I have my own shit that I pay for and made. But yeah, here we go. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all about to be mad. These are some pieces of shit. I don't even know how to say it. 3 guesses as to what happened. Just 3 guesses. Look at them and tell me. Do you think they stole a car? Do you think they robbed a convenience store? No. Look, you know, like these pieces of shit, sometimes they have a certain look. You know, why are these young people doing the worst to their children? Like, oh my God, dude. Like, stop fucking, okay? Get birth control. Get tubes tied. Get snipped. I don't care. Stop having babies. If you can't, like, if you like dope better than you like babies, then I guess you need to make a decision, right? Shit. Let me know.
New
if
tonight, a Fort
y'all.
Dodge couple accused of murdering their newborn.
Before
That was
and
not
bath
nice.
fitter. Now's the time to
An ad. The video is literally like 23 seconds. Get real. Bathroom fitters, whatever. Let's see. Video gonna be over before I hit the mute button.
And Brandon Thoma are charged with first-degree murder in the death of their infant daughter, Kaylee. They'll be arraigned next month. Thoma is also charged with abuse of a corpse for allegedly hiding the baby's body. Fort Dodge police are still searching for the child's remains.
Oh, wait a minute. No grand jury indictment. Hold on. Hold on a second. Yeah. Because, no, wait a minute. No, wait. Give me 1 second because, wait, this was not it. This is terrible, but this is not it. I have a story where this couple, they drowned their child to avoid people finding out that the child was on meth. They drowned the baby. So, just give me a second. Looks like meth and horrible things to babies. Yeah, exactly. They say if you're indigenous. Oh, God. I already know where that one's going. I already know. When you said indigenous, I already know Arctic. I already know what the rest of it's going to say because you're 100% right. If you're indigenous, might as well forget MSM coverage. I covered a case out of Canada. 3 missing indigenous women are believed to be in a landfill. Law enforcement refuses to search for them. Let me tell you something, Arctic. And I need to get with you because I have a website and it has every single, it was updated maybe last year. It's a pretty incredible tool, actually. But last year, it was every single missing person in every single tribe in the world, right? And they consolidated it all into one webpage. We covered it over here a long time ago. It's a lot. It is a lot. I mean, I'm glad they had it. It took them, I don't know, way too damn long. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I completely lost my train of thought. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Give me a second, y'all, because I think I might have pulled up the wrong one. But, yeah, this couple, they drowned their baby. Hold on, give me a second. If I can't find it, no big deal. I'll post it in the comment section. No, it is this one. That was just a very short. Here we go. Couple. Okay, here. I'll just read the article. Let me get back here to y'all and I'll share it. I'll just read the article because that video, that was the right story. It was just, yeah, the wrong video. Yeah, this is terrible. Looks like method. Yeah, exactly. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. And a lot of times it's hard to even find a lot of information too because they don't care. I mean, what is going on? Oh, hold on. I must have hit the button. All right. There we go. It feels weird not being on camera. I'm used to being on camera. All right. Here we go. Good grief. I mean, this is terrible. Which I didn't realize that they said, I didn't realize that they hadn't found the remains for whatever reason. I didn't realize that. So, yeah. I mean, that mom was 20, I think he said 22. He was 31. It's always these young drug addicts. I mean, look at them. They look like they look definitely like they were on something. All right, let's read this. Couple feared baby had meth in her blood and drowned her, cops allege. Yeah. This story contains graphic descriptions. Yeah, no shit. A couple in northern Iowa are accused of holding their newborn daughter underwater until she drowned because they were worried the infant would be taken away if authorities found she had methamphetamine in her system, police allege in court documents. Brandon Thamaya and Taylor Blah him 31, her 24, are charged. Oh, 24. I thought she was younger. Are charged with first-degree murder in the death of Kaylee Lee Blaha, or Blaha. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Whose remains have yet to be found. Thamaya, who allegedly hid the body in a wooded area, is also charged with abuse of a corpse. Like, I fucking can't stand these people. Okay, you apparently confessed to something. Tell them where the baby is. Like, I mean, I'm sure between the two of y'all at least have one or two family members that might actually want to give this baby a nice burial. Okay? You fucking clowns. Like, how do you sit in jail? Oh, they're gonna have to work for this fucking conviction. God, I can't stand these clown ass people, man. Iowa Department of Human Services caseworker tip on November 22nd led police to Blaha, who had gone to the hospital and reported that she gave birth at home and that the baby's body had been. Let me tell you something. So rather than them taking the baby from you going home without a child, right? Because it's not illegal to be a junkie, right? It is not illegal to be a junkie, right? So they would have just taken the baby and put the baby where the baby would have been taken care of. So if I can't have the baby, nobody can. Is that what you're going with? Yeah. Pick up the entire fucking jail and drop them on your young ass head. Like, what? What? Oh my God, man. That's straight bullshit, dude. November 22nd, let Blaha, who had gone home to the hospital, and reported that she gave birth at home and that baby's body had been buried somewhere unknown. According to an arrest affidavit, it said that Blaha then told a detective that she discovered her pregnancy in April, and that both she and Tamaya tried and failed to cause a miscarriage. Tried and failed to cause a miscarriage. Well, I have news for this dumb bitch. Depending on how much meth you were doing, the baby would have spontaneously aborted from your body. Okay? That also happens to drug addicts, specifically meth addicts, pregnant women. Oh, God. What does that even mean? They tried. Bly gave birth in a bathroom November 16th, which is the day before my birthday. She told the detective that they planned to let her sister adopt the child, who was born alive, crying, moving its arms and legs, and opening her eyes, allowing Blah to see that Kaylee had brown eyes. At one point, Blah reportedly told Detective Thamaya gave her methamphetamine to help ease the pains associated with the birth. The affidavit did not make clear whether she allegedly ingested the drug before or after the birth. Oh, well, come on. When the fuck has methamphetamines ever been a pain reliever? Like, what? That shit don't even make sense. She was doped out the entire pregnancy, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Oh my, this is terrible. I wish I'd have just stuck with the 23-second clip. This is terrible. Kaylee, God almighty. But the Montel police, they feared methamphetamine would be discovered in Kayleen's system. Oh, really? Kayleen's wailing made Blaha and Thama, whatever, piece of shit 1 and piece of shit 2. Okay, POS 1 and POS 2, right? Nervous that the neighbors would call the police, the affidavit stated. Let's see. The affidavit stated, let's see. Oh my God. This is like a full detail article. I'm about to get so fucking mad because whatever. All right. The two placed Kaylin in the bathtub, which was about half full of water, and placed both of their hands on I can't, guys. This is fucking terrible. This is really bad. This is really bad. I did not even realize this was this bad. The headline was bad enough. They filled up the bathwater half full. They both placed their hands on the baby's chest, forcing her underwater, immediately killing her. The Maya wrapped the body in a trash bag and at least one towel and stuffed her. I'm not going to say it. Why the fuck do they say it? Why is the news article saying it? Stuffed her into a black backpack, which he carted out of the apartment, later returning with it empty. They kept the cord. The couple told police that they kept part of Kaylee's umbilical cord to remember the baby. A search of their apartment a day later turned up an object consistent with an umbilical cord or remains of a human placenta inside a dresser drawer. Because nothing says, remember the child we had, right? But an extensive evacuation of the site where piece of shit 2 said he buried Kaylee and a nearby landfill turned up nothing. Yeah, because he's a fucking liar. And they probably don't want the baby found because it was probably worse than this. Fort Dodge Police Captain Dennis Quinn said Thursday that investigators searching for Kelly's body hadn't had a good night's rest in more than 2 weeks. I guess not. It is important to us to do everything we can to try to locate this infant. Yeah, because it could potentially be a lot worse, Because them remains, let me tell you something. When you don't have answers, these babies, their remains tell the story. And I hate to put it that way, but it's the truth. The remains tell the story that the perpetrator took from them, It speaks, that body, those remains speak when the victim cannot. And it's so vital. And I'm going to tell you something. And when you can't find the body, you cannot find remains, the investigation is vital, right? So, I mean, that's why, like with Xavier, I'm telling you right now, if they would not have banked on him being a runaway, guess what? They'd have done the investigation first. And now, I can't go into anything more than that. But yeah, still no cause of death. So that's why the investigation is so fucking vital. Blind Tom, PC 1 and 2 are being held in lieu of a $1 million bond. A lawyer for Piece of Shit 2 told the Associated Press he plans to plead not guilty while Piece of Shit 1 does not yet have an attorney signed to her case. Well, I hope they rip your neck open and shit down your back. Sorry, that's how I feel. I can't even process what all the hell I just read. This is awful, man. I'm just catching up with y'all's. How about we tie some weight to these pieces of shit and throw them in the river? Yeah, are you kidding me? And now you don't even want to tell them where the baby is? Wow, man. Wow. But I'm telling you, I know why. Because them remains are going to speak. That's why he doesn't want to come clean, That's terrible. God, that literally made me sick to my stomach. That was a lot. I did not know it was that bad. The headline, I saw the little 23-second clip. God, that literally got me a little sick to my stomach. My God, I can't. Yeah. Kept the umbilical cord to remember her by. Well, you could have given her to somebody that actually cared. But with them trying to intentionally cause the miscarriage, the baby could have actually been, well, no. She said the baby was crying. The baby was moving her arms, her legs, and she had her eyes open enough so they could see the baby had brown eyes. You are a heartless, evil, soulless being. Both of them sitting there, putting both their hands on that baby. They are soulless. They are broken. They are defective. Drop the whole gel on them. drop the whole gel on them. My God, man. My God. All right. Let's hop into this one. This is about the 6-year-old. This is, we're just going to watch the press conference. I'm sure everybody's aware of it, but I just wanted to talk to y'all about it.
Thank you all for joining us today.
So we can, hold on.
I know there was some question about as we go forward and share some information today. I know there was some question about when we would deliver.
Hold on. I know it's the echo. I'm trying to mute.
I think that's important to our community, right? But we wanted to make sure that we took some time and gathered some information. We had some good information to deliver and clear some things up. So my name is Steve Drew. I'm the chief of police here in Newport News, and I will tell you, this is an unprecedented situation that we're dealing with. A 6-year-old. It is unprecedented. So there are some nuances here. Last Friday was a hard day for our city, for all of us, and there were a lot of heroes. I'll tell you that Saturday afternoon, I was able to meet with family, and I was humbled, but I was able to meet with Abigail Zorner. Abigail is a 25-year-old teacher, and she is a trooper. She is a hero. I talked with her, so before I talk today, I'm going to go through the timeline, establish that a little bit for you, talk about our officer response, what happened while we were there, and where we're at in our investigation. But please remember that we're only 3 days into this, that there's a lot of things that still need to happen, and I'll talk about that as we go forward. But there are some questions that we will not be able to answer because of where we're at with this investigation. When I met
So those of y'all, if y'all are not aware of this, this is about the 6-year-old who apparently it's in Virginia. It was first grade. What was it? The something Neck Elementary School. He's going to say here in a second. I can't remember right off the top of head. Something Neck School, but it's it's Newport News, Virginia. So the child walked into school. Mother dropped him off at the school. No problem. Goes into class. Apparently, the teacher and the little boy, they have some kind of small back and forth. Can I sharpen my pencil? No, sit down. And I mean, literally, like it's first grade, right? So I'm sure it was something very minute. This teacher is teaching our class. No problem. The child pulls out a 9mm out of his backpack. The teacher puts up a defensive stance. Well, I guess he takes a offensive stance, right? Hey, predator stance. Points the gun at her. She holds her hand up like a defensive stand. The boy, he is a baby. Puts her hand up. It goes through her hand, through her chest. She was in critical condition, and yesterday or day before, they upgraded her to stable. So that's amazing. But listen to what this teacher does. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible how this teacher handled everything with a gunshot wound to her chest, for crying out loud.
met with Abigail's family on Saturday, and they took me up to her room. She asked me, first question, do you know how my students are?
Abigail's the teacher.
She was worried about them. And then today, when I went back to share with her that we were going to hold this press conference today, she again asked me, do you know how my students are? And that touched me, her family and her mother. Abigail wanted me to tell you all, but primarily her students and the parents of her students, that she is in stable condition and that she is thankful for the thoughts and prayers that have gone out to her, the people that have reached out, not only here locally, across our state and across our nation. She is very, very appreciative of the support that she's getting and continues to get. So I just want to establish with you a brief timeline. Last Friday at Rich Neck Elementary School on January the 6th, at 1:59, a call came in advised that a teacher had been shot, and there was no other information that came forward. Officers were dispatched at 2:00 p.m. Personnel to Rich Neck Elementary. And anytime we have a situation where there is a shooter or the believed a possible active shooter, officers are going to come from all over. So there were officers from different areas there. At 2:04, 2 sheriff deputies arrived at the school and entered the classroom where the shooting took place. And we'll talk a little bit shortly here. There was not an active shooter going on throughout the school. Everything happened in one classroom. 2 sheriff deputies entered at 2:04, and about 8 to 10 seconds behind them, 2 officers entered. When they entered the room, they found a 6-year-old child that was being physically restrained by a school employee. The child became a little combative, actually struck the school employee that was restraining him, and officers then took control of him. and escorted him out of the building, placed him in a police car with an officer inside and outside that vehicle. Once that had occurred, there was a systematic evacuation of rooms and hallways for safety. So we still weren't sure exactly what all we had at that point. On the timeline, I want to go back and talk about the other response. As we said, at 2:04, deputies and officers responded. At 2:06, medics arrived at the school. At 2:07, the medics were cleared by officers to enter the building. That room was safe, or that we had someone had been injured. At 2:09, they made contact with Abigail, and at 2:11, she was transported to a local hospital where she's currently undergoing treatment. And again, if I didn't state earlier, she is still listed in stable condition, and I had a good conversation with her today. We talked a little bit about when the officers.
Hey, Voices, how are you, sweetie? Thank you so much. Yeah, this is crazy. So, and I did want to say, yeah, I completely agree. Like, lock your shit up. And listen, I was listening to an expert, and a couple different experts about this story. I actually took so many notes. I don't even know where my notebook is right at this second. Oh, there it is. I see it. But anyways, so I was listening to this one expert, and she was like, well, for one, she was saying that if you teach your children, you know, it doesn't matter if you teach your kids gun safety or anything, for a couple things. They are just a lot of kids, not my kid, because I am ridiculous on what he can and cannot watch and all the things. He don't have a device, whatever. But what is crazy is that, like she said, a couple things. A lot of kids are desensitized and they're familiar with guns anyways because of video games, TV, you know, what have you, other people, parents. It doesn't matter if you teach them gun safety, all the stuff, right? And they're going to know where your guns are at. So I asked my son, and he told me some random place. I'm like, I thought to myself, he don't know shit, because that's not where they're at. So he thought he knew. But this one expert, she says, you know, yeah, she's like, yeah, the parents should be charged. And I completely agree. They should totally be charged, right? But this lady's suggestion was it was gun control. Okay, great. Now, I'm not getting in a political debate. But listen, this lady literally said, you know, if you want to buy a gun, fine, buy a gun, go get a gun. Take it to your local gun shooting range and keep it in a log box, and then you can go down there and shoot it. Well, ma'am, excuse me, I'm just throwing it out here, but a lot of times people don't have more than one gun. And the reason for them having even just the one gun is for safety and protection of your own home. I hardly think my gun in a lockbox at the gun range is going to fucking help me when I'm being robbed and my husband's out of town. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like right now, somebody busted in here. Oh, shit. I got to go. How am I going to get to the gun range? You think I'm thinking about that? No, I'm like, oh, let me grab the bat first. Let me go to the lockbox. You know, there is a way. Let me tell you something. If your kid gets your gun, they take it to school, you are charged 100%. And now they can't, in this, which I think he's going to go in to explain it, but this is an unprecedented situation because they can't even like lock kids up in Virginia until they're like 11, right? So he's going to go through all the different things that they had to do, but this is a crazy story. Like, he's 6. You really think that kid knows what's going on? But he flat out, no, it was intentional. He said it. It was intentional. He meant to do it, man. Like, it's so heartbreaking. And what does this teacher want to know? How are my students? With a gunshot wound, she gets all of the kids out of the classroom, down the hallway, into other classrooms, and as she's turning a corner, she looks back at her room as if like, I wonder if the other kids are okay. You know, like, oh my God, the heart of this teacher.
Arrived, the young man was taken into custody and escorted out of the building. And officers responded then and began to put a plan together quickly to evacuate the hallways, the classrooms in a systematic order. Remember, we're dealing with elementary kids, right? And I will tell you, I was touched by the way that those officers interacted with those kids as they moved them from the hallway to the gymnasium. The faculty and staff there, and I'm not just talking about teachers. It was heroic, the way I saw them take care of those young people. Officers and faculty members took the students into the gymnasium. That's where they would stay until they were reunited with their family. The individuals that were in the classroom were taken to the library, where they were held there, kept there with detectives, a couple of teachers, and eventually some school counselors. When they arrived, we escorted them safely to that area as we continued to clear the building so that they could be, the professionals could be with our young people, with students. We talked about the detectives and counselors that were escorted there to make sure that we had professionals with the individuals that had been in that room. Once the building was safe, forensics entered the classroom and processed the crime scene. I want to share with you what we recovered there. One spent shell casing, a backpack, a cell phone, and a 9mm Taurus firearm was recovered. The firearm was recovered close to the student's desk where the shooting occurred. Mrs. Zorner was providing class instruction. The 6-year-old child displayed a firearm, pointed it at her, and fired one round. There was no physical struggle or fight. She was providing instruction to her class. There was one round fired. Abigail took a defensive position. And what I'm sharing with you is because she threw her hand, exited the rear of her hand, and into her upper chest. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that. I'm not a physician and the complications there, but that was the injury. She leaned back and took that round. She suffered a gunshot wound, but she was still able to get all of her students out of that classroom. From the video surveillance we have of the hallway, you can see the students running out of that classroom across the hall into, and I'm estimating about 17 to 20 students out of that classroom across all into other classrooms. Mrs. Warner was the last person to leave that class. She made a right turn and started down the hallway, and then she stopped. And she turned around. She turned around to make sure that every one of those students was safe. She made her way down to the
Arctic, I didn't even know that. He says, I'll put it up on the screen. I didn't even know that. By all accounts, she's a well-loved teacher, too. The boy had brought bullets to school prior to the shooting and told his classmates that maybe he'll bring his gun to the next class. No way. Oh, God, man. Good grief. Cut her crust. God, look, right, Char? I mean, really, what could this baby be jab slapped about? I mean, but no, if he's already, get real. Arctic, please tell me that this mom is in jail. Are you kidding me? Oh, you know what? I was telling my husband too. The baby's already going to be shook because he's completely removed from mom and dad, right? Off the rip. So guess what? He'll never be back in their home. Never will that child be back in the home of his parents that he knows, right? And it's just like that in the blink of an eye. But if that child had already brought bullets and the school was aware of it, mom was aware of it, okay, the bullet story is true. You heard that too. I don't know. I don't think Arctic would say it if he hadn't seen like real information. He seems to not make up stuff. So, but you can't say that about some others. They just, let's have an idea, and I'm just going to put it on the internet and see if it flies and clicks and views and blah, blah, blah. Fake audio, fake this, fake that, fake the house. Whatever, okay, I'm done. Going back to push play. Sorry, y'all.
administration office. We would later find out that she was given first aid as dispatchers talked to individuals who had made phone calls, and they took care of her through communications until the paramedics got with her. Several faculty members were interviewed at the scene. Others, there will be follow-up interviews. There will be follow-up interviews with Abigail. The students that were there, we will work with child psychologists who are trained to interview children. We'll work with them. We want to talk about what they saw in their accounts. Now, once I arrived, myself and other officers, I got a quick brief assessment of the situation, what we had, and I wanted to get out as quick as we could to our community and our parents, right, that we did not have an active situation. The individual was in custody, and that there was no longer threat. I tried to explain a little bit about how children were being moved to the gymnasium. We'll work with our school board members and faculty and staff there, our sheriff deputies that came all together, and we had a systematic process of releasing their children back. And I can understand that. And I appreciate that, sir. And officers walking students back to their families, I saw tears and smiles on both sides. And that moment of seeing our fire department, sheriff's department, they took for those young people, it was amazing. Laughing, supporting, holding their hands, talking to them. I saw children in the gym that were making fun of that time. They may never forget. The parents of the 6-year-old child were contacted by the police department and asked them to meet us back at police headquarters. They did so, and at that point is where we interviewed the child and his mother. We determined that the firearm was in the residence where they lived, and the child had obtained that firearm, placed it in his backpack, and brought it to school. He was brought to school that day by his mother later that morning. The 6-year-old child brought to school, like we said there, and it was determined we wanted to know about that firearm. It's one of the things that we did in our press conference. There was one of the questions I had: where did that firearm come from? The firearm was legally purchased by the child's mother out of York County. Detectives. So after we had this information, like I said, this is unprecedented. We're dealing with a 6-year-old. Detectives talk with Human Services and Child Protective Services, our Commonwealth Attorney's Office. I've talked to Mr. Gwynn several times, as late as last night and this afternoon. The Community Service Board, which addresses mental and behavioral health. Due to the age of the child, we made these contacts and conversations to seek guidance on possible services, because none of us have a lot of information dealing with something like this. Based on this conversation, an emergency custody order was initiated by detectives, and the 6-year-old child was transported to a local hospital.
Hey, Megan, welcome, baby.
The CSB, Community Service Board, determined that a temporary detention order would be obtained from a magistrate, and the child is currently receiving treatment at a medical facility.
Hold on.
Now, the department will continue to conduct this investigation, which.
All right. Did y'all follow what he said? Because they had to go. He said the detectives had to initially. It said that let's see, child was taken into custody in a hospital and being evaluated. That's where he's at now. They had to do temporary order by a magistrate. It's crazy. Hold on. I was looking for this one note that I had. Give me a second. Yeah, the emergency. What did it say? I'm trying to find exactly. Yeah, the emergency custody was initiated by detectives. I'm going to be honest. I can't recall ever seeing, which I'm sure that officially that's how it happens. Perhaps I never heard it worded that way, but I had never heard of detectives doing the emergency petition for custody. I never heard that. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit. And then, but yeah, it was wild to me, that process. And they don't know. They haven't had a situation like this. We got 3 more minutes, guys.
An emergency custody order was initiated by detectives, and the 6-year-old child was transported to a local hospital where he was evaluated. The CSB, Community Service Board, determined that a temporary detention order would be obtained from a magistrate, and the child is currently receiving treatment at a medical facility. Now, the department will continue to conduct this investigation, which will consist of a follow-up interviews. We want to talk to the individuals that were in that classroom with help of a child psychologist. We want to meet with Human Services or Child Protective Services to see if there's any interaction or any cases that they have with the family or the child. And we also want to work with Dr. Parker and his staff, which have been extremely forthcoming with information of any issues they may have dealing with the child's behavior or any behavioral issues or concerns. I'd like to reiterate, I said that night, I just want to reiterate that this shooting was not accidental. It was intentional. Now, I believe, and I told her today, I believe that Miss Zorner, Abigail, that she saved lives on Friday. I cannot be more impressed with the faculty and staff of the school. I can't be more impressed with those children. The way they exited the hallways and went with instruction, the officers and deputies who talked to them, some holding their hands as they walked through. And the number of school employees that came in and we escorted to the gymnasium and even to the library to work with those young children. And I also want to thank all of our federal partners, state and local.
That is so crazy. God, I hate being here by myself. I always think I hear stuff. That Lauren, hey baby, so good to see you live, catching me up on these cases that need attention. Yes, and I miss y'all. Thank y'all for sticking it out with me. That's crazy. This story is very heartbreaking. I'm very curious to see, is there a dad in the picture? If the report about the bullets and the child already bringing bullets to school and the mom's aware of it, oh yeah, no, you can't. He's 6. He's 6. My kid's not even allowed in my room. And ever since I was a child, my parents like, you don't go in your mom and dad's room. And that's how I raised my kids. Now they can if we give, hey, come here, we play video games and watch movies and stuff like that, you know. But to just walk in there and go through my, yeah, right, where are you at? Where, like, I'm not saying like she may work, whatever, but no, gun safety, keep your guns locked up, keep your bullets locked up. Like, you have to be responsible. This is sad. And he's right. That teacher saved lives. That teacher really saved lives. That baby didn't know how to load a gun, in your opinion. Right. Yeah. I mean, the gun had to be already loaded. It was spent one time, one round. So, I never thought about that. Hey, Kim, how are you, baby? Crazy 6-year-old intentional. Yeah. The kid said, yeah, it's intentional. Yeah. I meant to do it. The very first report right after it happened, they said what happened. They knew right then that it was intentional. So, it's crazy. There's no way the baby understands the consequences. There's not like there's and is right. You know, the kids are desensitized. That expert, should I say? I misspoke, but they're right. You know, these kids are desensitized and they're familiar. A lot of kids are familiar at that age with weapons. So it's just sad. It's very, very sad. So we would definitely be following that. And we're still following the what's the one case? Aiden Fusi. I've been following that. And what is that boy's name? Ethan. It just went completely out of my brain. His dad is James, his mom is Jennifer. The Crumbleys. And yeah, those parents are 100% in jail, locked up right now, waiting for trial for manslaughter charges. For manslaughter, I believe is what it is. Why? Because they're 15. Is he 15? No, he might be 14. No. Tristan Bailey was 14. Aiden Fusi was 15. I think Ethan maybe 15. So 2 different cases. They all kind of run together sometimes. Yeah, it's awful. So what do you want to talk about next? We still have, let me see if there's any more offshoot stories I wanted to share with y'all. We've seen that one. Okay, we still have Madalina to talk about. We still have Athena to talk about. Arctic, you were just saying about kids dying at hospitals and facilities. Let's look at this one. This is awful. Let's look at this one, though. I'm going to have to mute and do fair use, which the stream's not monetized, but in the school, yep. And they do rent. Good point. And the school does have metal detectors.
And a father in Washington is suing a boarding school in Utah after.
You are exactly right, Arctic. And the school does have the metal detectors, but they do random. They do it randomly. So, yeah. I mean, if they would have done it all the time, this wouldn't have happened, right? All right. So, let me full screen this. So, this says, teen dies while away at boarding school. Family sues for negligence. This is out of Seattle. So, hold on a second. Let me get over here and mute. And what about Serenity Dennard? What about her? She went missing from a facility. Now, granted, she ran off, but there was no cameras. There was no locks on the doors. Like she was, you know, she had just gotten off of a special procedure because she was trying to run away. Like, yeah, Serenity Dennard, if y'all are not familiar with that case, very heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. Crumbly. Yes. All right. I'm about to mute and push play.
After his 17-year-old daughter died. The family attorney says the school neglected her and failed to give her the care that she needed after she'd complained about stomach pains for weeks. Just days before Christmas, the teen collapsed.
Fox 13 News reporter Alejandra Guzman joins us now in studio, and you spoke with this girl's father and the attorney. So what are they telling you tonight?
David, Jamie, I can tell you that he's devastated. Now, this is the lawsuit we obtained, and I can tell you Taylor Goodridge even missed a Christmas meeting with her family as she sat in the sick bay. Still, the teen was told to take aspirin and, quote, suck it up. Her dad is now pleading for answers.
She was just...
I just want to throw this out here real quick, too. I'm not going to pause a lot, but suck it up. Here's some Tylenol. Suck it up. Do y'all know how expensive boarding school is? I mean, seriously? You tell my child to suck it up and you hand her some ibuprofen and the family don't really know what's going on. She's so sick she can't even go visit and they don't do anything. This facility doesn't do anything, which I'm sure there's a lot of more moving parts to this, but it's not looking good.
She was so amazing.
He's devastated. Now, this is the lawsuit we obtained, and I can tell you Taylor Goodridge even missed a Christmas meeting with her family as she sat in the sick bay. Still, the teen was told to take aspirin and, quote, suck it up. Her dad is now pleading for answers.
She was so amazing and had so much life still in her, and it was cut short.
These are pictures of Taylor Goodridge over the years. Memories are all her family has left.
Christmas and New Year's will never be the same.
The 17-year-old, still a Guamish tribe member, was sent to Diamond Ranch Academy, a boarding school in Hurricane, Utah, in October of 2021. She was about to graduate at the end of the month. Her life cut short after she started complaining of stomach pains in November.
I thought I sent her somewhere safe to get help, and my daughter got sent home in a box.
Taylor collapsed December 20th after vomiting for 5 straight days and died.
Oh my God. Men do something to me. When grown men, real men crying, oh God. I sent her away to get help and they sent her back in a box. Man, if that's not a freaking statement right there. Suck it up and take aspirin. It isn't aspirin a no for child and young adults? Yes, absolutely. It 100% is. You're exactly right. Syndrome Reyes. Is it Reyes syndrome? I don't know. Honestly, I'm just now hearing about it. This is, God almighty, this is terrible. God, this is terrible.
Died from sepsis, according to her family's attorney.
My daughter got sent home in a box.
Taylor collapsed December 20th after vomiting for 5 straight days and died from sepsis, according to her family's attorney, who says the school neglected to listen to her complaints.
I'm thinking this is some nightmare that I'm going to wake up and she's going to be home, but it's not going to happen.
Her father, Dean Jeffrey, says he spoke with her a couple of days prior and told him, too, she wasn't feeling well, but never imagined it would cost him his only daughter. Her dad filed a lawsuit against DRA. Taylor, a cheerleader and volleyball player, was healthy the last time he saw her in early November. But according to the lawsuit, she begged the DRA staff for help after having excruciating pain and collapsing in her own vomit. Her stomach became distended, noticeable to others. Her complaints reportedly ignored by staff. The lawsuit says she was told she was faking it and needed to suck it up.
Negligence, straight up negligence. I think the hardest part is there was nobody there because we were told way too late.
Man, this is really hitting home. Not because, well, I'm not gonna say this. Well, for one, let me say this too. Sepsis, that could be something from something at the facility, like that's a bacteria that's out of control. So from my very limited knowledge of it, you can obtain it in different ways, but I know that it's a bacteria, and it's I think it's absolutely life-threatening. I know 2 older women in their 60s that died from it. So it's crazy. But right. Well, exactly. And when my which a lot of y'all know, y'all know that my 2 of my children, their dad, he passed away. Y'all know this happened a long time ago, those of y'all that have been with me. But my son, I had sent him with his dad to, because he wasn't acting right with me. And I thought his dad could help, not putting anything else out there. But I understand when he says, like he sent her and he wanted to help. And the fact that not only did it not help, and she died, like, God almighty, you'll never understand the guilt this father feels. Like, never. I guess in the moral of my story, well, my kid was there when his dad died in the house. And but he would not have been if I had not have sent him there so his dad could, help me co-parent. It was my fault he was there. That's the way I look at it, So, my God, man.
Like way too late.
In following the directions, it ultimately probably cost her her life.
We reached out to the school regarding the allegations. They sent us this statement. We are cooperating fully and transparently with the state of Utah as they investigate this tragedy. The safety of students is our #1 priority, and we are continually striving to provide the best care possible to students and families. It is a policy of Diamond Ranch Academy to not publicly comment on pending litigation. Attorney Alan Mortensen says,
Oh, here you go. Something happened on my watch. Lock it down. Shut it down. Can't say shit. Everything's locked up. Yep. Whoa, what a luxury that is when, when you have that temporary custody, when the child is in CPS or, something like that, something happens to the child. Oh, sorry. No, this is a gag order. They're juveniles. So we can't talk about it anymore. How many times y'all seen that with missing people? Well, these damn facilities, they do the same thing. Yeah, thank y'all, Sapito, Shar, those that are close to me. Yeah, I'm literally all in my feelings right now. My heart breaks for this dad, man. And suck it up. And she's seeking to, and and like she's there because she's in trouble or was having issues or whatever. But so yeah, I can understand being like, oh, it's not that bad. But if she did not have this, attention-seeking behavior beforehand, medically, right? Why would they think now? She's doubled over. She's vomiting. No excuse. No excuse. Like, no excuse, man.
Utah's Department of Health and Human Services play as they investigate this tragedy. The safety. We reached out to the school regarding the allegations. They sent us this statement. We are cooperating fully and transparently with the state of Utah as they investigate this tragedy. The safety of students is our #1 priority, and we are continually striving to provide the best care possible to students and families. It is a policy of Diamond Ranch Academy to not publicly comment on pending litigation. Attorney Alan Mortensen says Utah's Department of Health and Human Services placed the school on probation, prohibiting them from admitting new students. However, he says Taylor's death is not the only negligence case at DRA. His firm has sued the school before after a child committed suicide and another was allegedly beaten by staff and suffers from facial paralysis.
I don't ever want to see Diamond Ranch ever open again. I want the person
committed suicide and another was allegedly beaten by staff and suffers from facial paralysis.
I don't ever want to see Diamond Ranch ever open again. I want the person held responsible.
Diamond Ranch. Those of y'all that look into this stuff constantly, I know Miranda will catch the replay. She is constantly looking at stuff. Sapito, Shar, anybody. Arctic. Diamond Ranch. I'm on it. I'm fixing to be looking up all the damn things about this place. Did y'all not hear the staff member beat a person and now child has face paralysis and the other one committed suicide? Like, what's going on in this place?
Responsible. 100%.
Committed suicide and another from admitting new students. However, he says Taylor's death is not the only negligence case at DRA. His firm has sued the school before after a child committed suicide and another was allegedly beaten by staff and suffers from facial paralysis.
I don't ever want to see Diamond Ranch ever open again. I want the person held responsible. 100%. This is something that could have been taken care of. and she would still be here. She was my first princess, and she always will be. And nothing in this world will ever replace her, ever.
Now Taylor's remains are back home in Arlington. Her funeral services are pending, but she will be laid to rest in Stanwood next to family. Are pending, but she will be laid to rest in Stanwood next to family. This is a case.
Oh my God, y'all, that's awful. Yeah, I wanted to, are y'all familiar with, look at that baby, man. Are y'all familiar with, she has 2 channels, BJ Investigates or That Surprise Witness. She did like a whole series about different stories about these facilities. Paris Hilton's one of them. Dr. Phil's place where that he runs. There's a bunch of little stories like this. The Paris Hilton one, there's quite a bit of people at that place where she was at. So yeah, I mean, hey, Arctic, if you want to, we can totally do a collab on some of these facilities. If you wanted to one day, it would challenge me to, actually show up to something. Watching my people hit me up, hey, let's collab, bitch, because we'll never see it again otherwise. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, a lot of these places are like that. God. I want to know what happens. I want these people held responsible. Like, how many kids are in this place right now is what I want to know. I want to know everything about this place. Diamond Ranch in Utah. We're going to have to look at this, guys. Yeah, Dr. Phil is a fucking joke, Arctic says. Yeah, absolutely, Arctic. We really should. We really should. You're one of the ones out there that I don't mind fooling with. A lot of other people are like, I'm a little sick. I can't show up. I'm sorry. Thanks for asking. But no, Arctic, 100% anytime. Yeah. I love what you do. He says he's a fucking joke. That place that he sends kids to are absolutely atrocious. I know. The Catch Me Outside girl. Okay. She's the Catch Me Outside girl. Hey, but that shit was messed up. What happened to them kids? You know what I mean? It's messed up. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of about Dr. Phil. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny because like on the StreamYards, it says Wings, Hick, Evelyn, Savage, Poop. But I had to look at my regular to see my actual emojis. Those are not bad emojis. Anyways, all right. So we're going to be keeping up with this lawsuit for this sweet baby. I might actually reach out to this dad and just, send condolences. Like, oh, it's God, my God, that's bad, man. It's ridiculously heartbreaking. That's right, Shar. Shar's been with me for so long. God just loves Shar. My little baby, he sleeps with that blanket that you had him made with his name on it every single night to this day. Every night he sleeps with the blanket that you specially made for him, Charlotte. You've been so good to us. Okay, so let me see. All right, let's look at the search warrant. Well, let's read this article real quick. I don't know that I got a video about it, but I'll just read through it. From Madalina, they released God, Lord, I was telling my husband about this case, and he's like, what do you mean? Like, who in the world doesn't know? Why is the screen like this? Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to. All right, there we go. All right, so authorities are investigating the disappearance of an 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari. They have confiscated 3 cell phones from her family's North Carolina home. Search warrant. Now, mom is a mail order bride, I think from Russia. I think, or it's not exactly Russia, but it's somewhere out in that way. Or Yugoslavia. I'm sure y'all will correct me, and I definitely know the replay crew will correct me in the comments section. But so mama's a mail order bride. Stepdad is 60. Madalina is 11. Mom is, I think, in her early 30s, mid 30s. But I know there's a age difference between the two. There's probably no, it don't matter. I don't reckon. But God, do I even want to say this? Okay. So when I first heard about Madalina and the age difference and the mail order bride and the stepdad and then him leaving, I don't know, man. Something, and it's probably because I'm desensitized to all of these cases, but yeah, something snapped in my brain like, God, I hope he was not inappropriate with her. But, I have nothing to base that on. Not one single thing to base that on. But it literally popped in my mind. And the mom, she has all these crazy Facebook posts. And it would not shock me if she did something to her child because of that, because of jealousy, because of whatever reason. Just maybe they didn't want to be bothered anymore with the kid, God, I hate people. I hate people. And, just like everything else, this story's got a bunch of different stories around it. Oh, she was beaten. Oh, there's a report of this. Oh, she was always in long sleeve, shirts. Well, guess what? Look, right here. Here she is in the bus on the camera bus, right? She's in short sleeve shirt. This is the last time she was seen. Okay. School bus video show. Uh-oh, hold on. I didn't mean to. Yeah, here we go. I wonder, did it share over? But yeah, like it's crazy. She's right here. Y'all are on the delay, so y'all ain't looking at what I'm looking at just yet. So this her short sleeve shirt, but anyways. So let me get back to reading because they did confiscate phones and they released the search warrant. So it's just me too. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to get back. It didn't let me. I wonder if they got, well, I don't know. Yeah, here they go. Y'all can see. See, she's right here and she's in short sleeves. And this was the last time, November 21st, 2022. So yeah, mom is like, oh, I thought she went with stepdad out of town. It was right before Thanksgiving. Oh, I thought she was with him. Well, then when he came back, I asked him, and no, she wasn't with him. Well, when police asked him, hey, where is Madalina? Think she's in it. Yeah, I know, Arctic. I don't either. And they say that mom, she also, not only did stepdad take a trip right before Thanksgiving, mom took a trip too. So let's continue reading. Officers searched the family home in Cornelius in December and seized more than 24 items, including the phones, the warrants reveal. Other items taken in the search were redacted from inventory document. The newly unsealed warrants were made public weeks after Madalina's mother, Diana Cojocari, and stepfather, Christopher Palmiter, piece of shit too, were arrested and charged with failing to report her missing to law enforcement. Madalina was last seen, which I just told you, at Bailey Middle School in Cornelius, North Carolina. That's crazy because my kids went to a Bailey Middle School in Tennessee when they were younger. Anyways, yeah, briefly, they went there. I just read that. Her mother said she saw the child at her home on November 23rd. The parents reported her missing to the school resource officer at school on December 15th, according to police. Madalina was last seen wearing jeans, pink and purple, and white Adidas shoes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wearing jeans, pink and purple, and white Adidas shoes. White t-shirt and jacket. Authorities have said the FBI describes her as 4 feet, 10 inches tall and weighing about 90 pounds. A photo released to the public, which I just showed y'all. That was her getting off the bus. And in the thumbnail, it says, let's see, I can change the world with love. On my thumbnail, that's her with her arms in the air. That's the picture they're talking about. Let me see. Diana Cojocari, 30. Oh, she's 37. but the stepdad is 60. There is somewhat of an age difference, but it means nothing. But it just made me think. Anyways, remain in custody in Mecklenburg County Detention Center. Online records show CNN has been unable to reach out. Nobody cares. All we want to know is where's the baby. That's all we want to know. Where is the baby? I'm going to click on this picture and then hop back over here and talk to y'all. But yeah, so I don't guess it said very much, but I did see a lot of it was redacted though. So, so mom did take a trip. So there's a lot of place. Oh, hold on. There's a lot of places between where he drove. I can't remember where they said that he went on a vacation too, but there's plenty of places. There's plenty of places where mom took a trip, stepdad took a trip. Nobody knows where the baby's at. Let's see. That's as long as, yep, it sure as heck is. Mom wouldn't have called the damn girl, right? That's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, what do you mean you waited? Oh, wait a second. You don't have her? Oh, you needed to wait a full week? No, man, these people are crazy. They completely did something with the baby. Either mom did something when she was gone, taking her little trip through the woods and parks and everything else, or he did something. I mean, come on. But no, like I said, no, you're going to work for this conviction. We ain't telling y'all shit. These piece of crap parents. It's like the last thing that you could possibly do to honor the child, if you had even one little mustard seed of love in your heart for this child, wouldn't you just say where the baby is? Why do these parents sit in jail? No, you're going to work for this. Kobe Bixby, Elijah, what's the baby's name? Adam Manchester. I can't remember his last name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Elijah. Little white baby, brown hair, blue eyes. He wears glasses, smile real big. Both parents sitting locked up. Nobody. There's so many cases like that. There's another one. Harmony Montgomery. Both parents locked up. Not well. Bio mom is not. Crystal's good. She's good. Stepmom and bio dad. So let me correct that. But yeah, it's terrible. I could go off on this case all day. I was so livid covering this. Yeah. Pasta, hey, how are you? Welcome, baby. It's awful. So where did I don't have it in front of me, Arctic. Exactly what city did they say she went through? I know she went through the country in this trip she took. So there's no telling. Yeah, it sure as hell ain't no telling. And it's, look at her, like, I don't know. And for some reason, isn't there a sister or something that was, doesn't mom have a sister or something that could have taken Madalina? It seems like maybe I saw something about that in some of her Facebook posts. Maybe I've remembered it wrong. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And y'all talk about these cases or look into these cases. Some of them run together. Arctic knows exactly what I'm talking about. That and old age. I'm just waiting on my dementia medication to come through. But let me see. I don't know if I have any more on Madalina. Let me see. School bus shows 7. Okay, so that's her. Teen Dallas boarding school. We've done that one. Jaliyah. Oh, God, the poor the baby and the meth story. God, that story's going to give me nightmares. God, that's awful. Let me see. All right. And with Athena, they were initially reported, this story pisses me off too. But with Athena, they were initially saying that she was 3, but she's actually 4. I don't even take trips to the bathroom, and that might girl me either. I can't. Shar, you already know mine's at my. What's up? Just facts. Hey, baby, how are you? There are so many missing. And listen, there's another case. I don't have it pulled up. I told Sapito this is what we was going to talk about, but there's the one I'm looking at, Zakara Kemp. Oh, let me look up this one real quick. Guys, I could talk to y'all forever. I miss y'all. I do want to look up one really fast. If y'all just indulge me for a second, and then we will move on to Miss Athena. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do this. I want to show y'all a story real quick. Because you know what? It's not that I'm like, oh, let's talk about the worst of the worst. No, these babies' stories matter. These baby stories matter. They are dropping the bucket. You know, I was looking, when I was actually looking for my intro that StreamYard deleted, I was seeing so many cases. Like, there were so many cases. And I'm like, whatever happened to that one? Like James Shirez, that baby out of Texas. You know, his mom, Delaney. Like, whatever happened to that? Did they let her go? You know, they found him underneath the trailer, his remains. Like, there's so many cases that you just don't ever hear about anymore. I had to look at that one too. Another one, Brianna and Journey. What is Journey's last name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's out of Torrance County, Texas. It was a custody battle. Yeah, it turns out the mom really was beating the baby. So, like, there's a lot of them that really you just never, some of them you never get answers on. So give me a second. And I'm trying to pull up one real quick because I didn't pull it up for 2 weeks. But yeah, so I tell these stories because they matter. These babies, they can't speak for themselves. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Where is it? Heck. Give me 1 second, y'all. What are y'all talking about? Let me check you're behind shoot. Oh, don't worry. I'm just taking my sweet ass time today. Athena, her eyes look so, they do. They really do look sad. Yeah, it is bad. And there's so much going on with that case. All right, let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah. No. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to find it real fast. If I can't, then I will move on. Yeah, because this is bad. I'm trying to see. No. All right. All right. God, Lord, how many babies give? This is awful. So, all right. I'm going to try one more thing. All right. Here we go. Wait a minute. Maybe this is an old one. Nope, this is it. No. Okay. Wait a minute. Don't drop the baby when you're taking the swings and automation. Let me see. All right. Whatever. I'm live, so y'all just hang out with me for a second. I wanted to bring this up. Let me see. Service. Baby guest question in front of staff, which are no longer welcome due to their conduct. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I have the right. Baby. She said, "I man, tell your cousin her leave the crib, although police found no physical. The baby was taken into Orange Medical." All right, so there's a story that I saw. A baby was left in a swing for 2 weeks. But y'all know what? I was trying to pull it back up, and guess what? Tons and tons and tons of stories about children being left in swings. How fucking disgusting is that? Like, there's so many, I don't even know which one it was. How terrible is that? So I don't even think this is the one. Golly. All right. Well, I did actually find the video where I saw it. It's a content creator I don't know very well, but let's watch it. It may not be. All right, here we go. This was 1 day ago. It's from a Gypsy Moore. Oh, wait. I think this might be an old case. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Let me get back to y'all. These guys, y'all are yeah, I'm not even looking at the chat, so I appreciate y'all. Whatever y'all are doing in there. Just Facts seems to be pleased with y'all, so we appreciate y'all, chat. Side chat, appreciate y'all. All right. It's a lot. Just Facts, way more explain chat. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Well, this is a pretty big size channel. Let's see, for 2 weeks and 10 minutes. Let me see. Everything expressed on, I'm trying to find, here we go. Here, she's got the actual law and crime one. Oh, never mind. Hold on. All right, I'm about to share it. All right, let me just share my screen. Here we go.
In Iowa left her baby in a
Hold on.
swing for up to 2 weeks. That's the
I think this might have been in Tennessee, and I think this story might be old. But let me get over here and share my screen, and we're going to skim through. Okay. Oh, I am sharing the screen. God, dog, guys.
approximate time limit that they're giving. It could have been longer, and the baby passed away. In Iowa, she was found guilty of murder after she left her infant son in the baby swing for 2 weeks. His diaper was infested with maggots and insects for days while he was still alive. That poor little baby.
We have seen this one. We have covered it. It happened in Tennessee. We have. But there was one that happened more recently. Yep, this is one. It happened in Tennessee. So she was just talking about, yeah, this was terrible. But God, like literally, there's tons of these cases. I don't, y'all probably over my shit. But I would show y'all. Just Google search baby left in swing 2 weeks. There's all kind of damn stories that come up. It's crazy. Yeah, I thought it was a new one, but it's not, and God, it's just as bad. We don't have to listen to it all over again, though. Yeah, that's in Tennessee. Oh, wonderful Tennessee, where I'm at. Hey, guys, but at least we put out Amber Alerts. Oh, my God. Speaking of Tennessee and Amber Alerts, and then I'm pulling up for Miss Athena. Oh, God, I don't even know why I did it, but I was sitting in on a live stream, not going to say which one, but I was just listening, and they were talking about Summer Wells. God loves Summer Wells. It amazes me how enraged I still get when I listen to people talk about that case. Like, not even about the parents, but just like, like people are so adamant. It doesn't even matter. Like people just believe what they want to believe. It literally doesn't matter. I don't really think people want the truth sometimes. I think if the truth does not completely fit somebody, then it's not good enough. But what is your truth about Summer Wells, and you've never even met her, seen her, probably never even been to Tennessee? What does your truth matter in this missing child's baby, in this missing baby's case? Your truth is jack shit, right? It's jack shit, right? Am I crazy? I go crazy? Ugh. So I very much still cannot listen to some people when they talk about Summer because they
Evan Onstad here in the KOCO5 studios. Want to bring you in right now on an update that is being given on the search for a missing 4-year-old girl out of Cyril.
They just will not accept. Like they just won't accept it. I don't believe that's what happened, and that's not what happened. I mean, and I want to say this publicly. Let me say this publicly. And, I don't really care who I piss off. I am tickled pink, tickled blue, tickled purple. It warms my heart. It makes me smile. It brought tears to my eyes. That Chasing Truth went down there. She did not record. She actually was a real human being. She sat down, or not even sit down. She talked with the parents. She treated them like humans. I know, don't shout me down. Replay crew, please. I'm not going to carry on. Don't, I'm allowed to be different. I'm allowed to think different, right? She showed them kindness. And guess what? She was there to find out about Summer. That's the whole reason we even know about the Wells and their, shitty behavior is because of this beautiful child that they have, right? Let me tell you something. It meant everything for me. And I mean nothing. I ain't, I'm just a dumb hick behind a computer. It meant the world to hear that she went down there with other people, other like-minded people, and they did not take advantage of the situation. They did not get clicks and views. And they actually were doing real things to help the situation. It meant a lot to me. It made me so happy. I know the people hate the Wells. Great. They're not likable people, right? Who gives a fuck? It's about the baby. It's about Summer. She did not evaporate into thin air. She has a story, okay? Something actually happened to her. All them damn tree service people. Listen, if Athena Strand case has not shown us anything, then we're stupid and we are incapable of learning new tricks, right? That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But I'm telling you, I sent her a message. I told her, like, I'm glad they went. I'm glad she personally, because her heart is good and pure, and she was in the right place, and I believe that. And guess what? Liking the parents is not a fucking qualification for doing the right thing for Summer. It's just not. So there's that. And I'm going to mute and push play. So, rant's over.
Little Athena Brownfield reported missing yesterday. Let's get straight to that media briefing.
Including the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They're helping us out. The Comanche Nation is coming to help, as well as Fort Sill is providing some soldiers for the search operations that OHP is running with their ERTs. We've been out all day conducting those grid searches with volunteers, and we really appreciate their support along with OHP support in managing that effort. We are collecting items that could be relevant. I'm not going to call them evidence, but we are finding things around town that could be helpful in this case. One of the questions from this morning was about the health and condition of the 5-year-old that was found yesterday. Excuse me. We can report that she did not require medical care at the time. Of course, she was frightened. That goes without saying when you're a 5-year-old. She's currently in protective custody with the state, but she did not require any sort of medical care at the time. We really appreciate all the tips that have been called in to our tip line. We encourage anybody in town, whether you're a business owner or a resident, that if you have any sort of video cameras or Ring doorbell systems, if you can come down to the church and provide that to law enforcement, it will be very beneficial. Let's see. We're still working on putting together the exact timeline, but again, I can confirm that this investigation really kicked off yesterday about 2 p.m. when the postal carrier located the 5-year-old and contacted the police department. And then we got involved later that night. And then, of course, all of our law enforcement partners have joined us, and we've been looking for her nonstop since the original call came into the police department. With that, I'm going to let Trooper Foster answer some questions about OHP resources that are out here and also address the Amber Alert.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So the Oklahoma Highway Patrol was requested last night, and obviously we're here to assist. And so we brought all of the resources that are available to be able to come and assist. We've been in the air with helicopter, with infrared. We've been on the ground. Obviously, you've seen around town. There are a lot of grid searches on foot going around and on four-wheelers, things like that. And so our ERT team, which is a team specially trained to go on foot in search of people and things, are out in coordination with civilians who have come and wanted to volunteer their time and effort. And that's really a great thing to see, especially in Oklahoma. We see that all the time. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol also is utilizing boats on some of these small ponds out here to make sure that we check waterways and check those thoroughly to make sure all of that is done appropriately with sonar and things like that we can see in the water. And so the Oklahoma Highway Patrol is very much involved in just assisting whatever needs to be done that is requested from OSBI and the city of Surreal. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved. And really, I reach out and say, pray for all of those involved, not just on the law enforcement side, but there are a lot of people, there are a lot of civilians, there are a lot of resources being put into this that this is done appropriately. To answer the Amber Alert question, there have been a lot of questions on the Amber Alert. The Amber Alert has specific guidelines that we have to adhere to push out the Amber Alert specifically. The Amber Alert goes out nationwide. So once we push that button, it goes all the way to Washington, D.C. and goes out like that. So there's specific things and guidelines that we have to follow. Not every part of that guideline came into play in this. And so that wasn't done. So the next best thing that we could do was a missing and endangered notification. That went out. in a 15-mile radius in around where we.
Yeah. No, I like this guy. What I'm about to say ain't got nothing to do with this gentleman. I appreciate his hard work. That's wonderful, right? That's good. Sounds good. What is a 15-mile radius gonna do if somebody's seen her walking around by herself and took her? What, you know what I'm saying? It's not this man's fault either. She's 4. She is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no reason in the entire history of reasonings that this baby should not have an Amber Alert. I mean, that is the point.
He knew that the person was missing. And so that's why you didn't get it statewide. Those emergency alerts didn't go statewide. It went locally, and that was really the important time frame that we needed to get that out. And it was pushed on social media. All of the news outlets were able to get that immediately. And so it was done in a very efficient way by guidelines. And there are reasons for those guidelines. The Department of Justice puts out those guidelines to help us kind of put that together. And so that's kind of the answer on that. Brooke?
Yeah. I just want to conclude with a couple of things. There's a lot of talk about this investigation on social media. Obviously, we can't stop that, but
All right, I'm gonna slow it down, and when she's gonna, it might be later in here in a second, but they're gonna say, you know, where's the parents? And she's gonna be like, that's part of the investigation. And then, oh, Mr. Lady from the crowd speaks up. Oh, I am the grandmother, and the son is trying. Oh God, there's so much going on with this story, but she obviously, she was not expecting the grandmother to be in the crowd with the people, you know, answering questions, right? So I'm super excited to figure out what's going on with this baby. I mean, but the postal worker, like the mail lady, she was dropping off mail. The older sister, which is 5, God almighty, 5 years old, walks out and tells the woman, I'm hungry. She tells the postal worker, I'm hungry, and my sister is not here. And she's gone, which is Athena. That's how all this got kicked off. I mean, it's insanity.
it can be counterproductive to the investigation, so I would encourage people not to report or spread rumors or innuendos that they see on social media. And lastly, I think on behalf of all of us here and involved, all of the volunteers, we would it can be counterproductive to the investigation.
Kind of put that together. And so that's kind of the answer on that. Brooke?
Yeah. I just want to
social media
with a couple of things. There's a lot of talk about this investigation on social media. Obviously, we can't stop that, but it can be counterproductive to the investigation. So I would encourage people not to report or spread rumors or innuendos that they see on social media. And lastly, I think on behalf of all of us here and involved, all of the volunteers, we would like to thank the community. If you haven't been inside, there's just been an outpouring of food and water for the law enforcement and the searchers here and the volunteers that are giving their time and energy to finding her. The restaurants, the churches, the volunteers here, we really appreciate them, and obviously couldn't continue this investigation without their help. We'll take a few questions. I'm just going to be honest, guys. That's pretty much what we know at this point in time. So I don't know how many questions.
Arctic says the sister's name is Adina. I don't guess I knew that. I literally just started looking at this case this morning. Adina. So, Arctic, while I have it paused, and maybe you can answer in the chat, and I'm going to slow it down, and then y'all are going to hear the paternal grandmother speak up. Paternal, that's right. So, their names are so pretty. They are very pretty. So, Arctic. So when I was listening to Criminality earlier, she goes to the Facebooks. I try to avoid the Facebooks unless I'm really, really diving. But so somebody said that there were 6 children. 4 of the children got picked up and 2 of them were left. I did hear that. I don't know if there's any truth to that. Or was it that Yeah, there was just a lot of different reports of different things coming out about how many kids was there, who left them, who's what, where, when, and why. And then it said that I did hear too that this grandmother that's about to speak up, her son is really not even the parent. So do you have any clarification on any of that, Arctic? And absolutely, like I'll message you tomorrow and we can bounce stuff off and definitely get together about the, corruption in the facilities. But anyways, I'm going to slow it down, tap it back a little bit, and listen to the questions.
Their time and energy to finding her. The restaurants, the churches, the volunteers here, we really appreciate them, and obviously couldn't continue this investigation without their help. We'll take a few questions. I'm just going to be honest, guys. That's pretty much what we know at this point in time. So I don't know how many questions we'll be able to answer, but certainly you can try.
How old is Athena? We've seen 3 and we've seen 4.
We can confirm she's 4. Originally, we thought she was 3, but she is 4.
Thank you.
Where are the parents right
now? That's part of the ongoing investigation.
I'm the maternal grandmother.
Okay.
My son's informed, dealing with what he needs to deal with.
Okay.
I have another question. So when was she last seen? We've seen Sunday.
She says, I am the paternal grandmother. My son has been informed with what he needs to deal with. Okay, Arctic says, and I'll put it on the screen. Okay, Arctic says, the 4 bio kids left with the foster dad allegedly. Athena and Adina were left behind. Both foster dad and foster mom have different stories as to what went down. Oh, of course they did. So these are, oh my God, these are foster, even, oh God, some of these foster parents are just as bad. They're worse. They're worse. Why? Because look at the West boys. They had 6 kids. Orrin and Olsen, Classic and Sincere, which is their biological names. Or is there, yeah, I guess that's right. Both. What do we call them over here? Check collector 1, check collector 2. Because that's all they were. They had 6 kids there. It is hard. Yeah, I'm fixing to tap it back, Shar. But yeah. What's up, Rise? Hey, baby. All right. Oh, let me mute. So there's no echo.
That's part of the ongoing investigation.
I'm the maternal grandmother.
Okay.
My son's informed, dealing with what he needs to deal with.
Okay.
I have another question. So when was she last seen? We've seen Sunday, we've seen Friday. When was the last time she was seen?
Well, as I mentioned, we're still building that timeline, and we're working and talking to witnesses and neighbors and people in town to build out that timeline. What I can confirm to you, that is not rumor or innuendo, is that this investigation began at 2 o'clock yesterday when her 5-year-old sister was located by the postal carrier.
That's when we found out.
I have a question. Has today's search drive progress and other things that people saying they may have picked up some railroad back, anything like that?
Nothing at this point that I can confirm. We're still very actively looking for her using all of our tools.
Did y'all hear at that time? These babies have no one to. I know, girl. I know. Well, girl, hell, I don't know if you're a girl or boy. You're right, though. The babies have no one to rely on. So did y'all catch it when they said it right there? But I did want to stop too. I can't really zoom in, but and I'm about half dead. I'm getting sleepy time. So, but she's so precious. But she's got that, y'all, me tell you who else has that look in her eyes like that? Evelyn Boswell. Think of all the pictures that were shown of Evelyn. And even though, yes, some of the pictures she was smiling, but let me tell you something. Look at Evelyn Boswell's pictures. And then, look at, I'll say Summer Wells. I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, in majority of Summer Wells pictures, she looked happy as a lark. This baby's eyes, she's got a sadness to her face. Evelyn Boswell, she had a sadness to her face. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Okay, OSBI is very tight-lipped. I've had to do so much digging to get any information on the family the girls were living with. Gotcha. Yeah, Shar, I was thinking about you earlier. I ain't trying to put out your info, but I know that you may not be super close, but I know you're in the same state. So I thought about you this morning when I originally saw it. Well, yeah, Arctic, hit me up. I mean, because this is a lot. She is very precious, but yeah, to me, like, you can totally see Evelyn and like some of these. And she obviously let me not say that obviously. No, obviously I wasn't there, so obviously I don't know. It appears to me either she has dirt on her face or a bruise. I don't know, but to me it's the eyes. It's the way that she just has a sadness to her. It's very sad. So, but if she was with foster parents and everything, I mean, who in the, I know, native Oklahoma. Yes, Shar absolutely is. Or even Shar had the most info I've heard so far. Yeah, criminality. And let me get her video too. She did a good job. I'm going to let this play and I will get her video. I'm just probably going to let it play all the way out. This stream's not monetized anyway, so copyright me if you want to, bitches. Oh, yeah, I think YouTube's cut down on profanity too. At least that's the rumor on the street.
Thanks to OHP and our other law enforcement partners. Like I did say, we are finding things that we hope might give us clues as to where she is. We're still actively looking for her.
Is there a chance that this investigation will spread outside of this area, outside of just the city in general?
At this point in time, we're here, we're staying in town, we're looking in town, and we'll see what happens with as the investigation progresses.
Does temperature or terrain pose any kind of concern right now?
Well, you're talking about a toddler who's been on her own, so I would say yes.
Can you give a description of her and what she might be wearing?
Description is difficult. I believe we were last told she was reporting or wearing a butterfly hoodie. She's blonde. She's 4. Her picture's on social media. I can confirm that's her if you want to share that. But that's what we've got so far.
What will this search effort look like going forward for you?
That's an excellent question. It's obviously going to be ongoing. We're going to be here until it moves into a different phase. So I think that's pretty much all I've got. We definitely want, on behalf of all of us, to thank everybody that's out here looking and helping find her. And thank you guys for your coverage. It helps get the word out.
All right, so you just heard from members of the Oklahoma Highway Patrol there, a spokesperson, as well as Trooper Eric Foster. 4-year-old Athena Brownfield reported missing yesterday in Surreal. A postal carrier finding Athena's 5-year-old sister, who was near their home, reported it to police. They then discovered that the 4-year-old Athena was missing. And right now, we just received some information right there. The fact that that 5-year-old is safe, healthy, we're told, in protective custody. They have been receiving tips. They want neighbors and businesses to send them surveillance video and doorbell footage that people might have. But there are a lot of questions that are still not being answered. We have our Kylie Thomas there on scene. Kylie, we heard you asking some questions. And one of the big questions as we bring you in here that we don't have an answer for right now.
Okay, the link I dropped, that is Criminality's video that she did earlier. If Arctic or anybody else, if y'all done it, I hadn't seen it. I just happened to catch Criminality earlier. I actually think maybe Burden might have done something. I'm not sure though. But there's a few people that have been out there. So please check Criminality out. And not only did she do a story on Athena, but she's also, I just think the world over some people, you know, whatever. I think she's amazing. I think, and she always has been. All right, let me finish this out. Let me mute.
Right now is how these girls got outside of their home. And we heard the question, where are the parents? And they're not able to give us an answer to that right now.
Yeah, that's right. Authorities are very lip-locked as far as this investigation knows. What we do know is they did conduct a search warrant on Athena's home there on the 200 block of West Nebraska Avenue, but they said that is standard procedure. And since 9 p.m. last night, authorities have been searching Surreal high and low. You saw they brought out the helicopters using infrared last night. This morning, they brought in the dogs, the horses, 4-wheelers, and last night, hundreds of volunteers. This morning, dozens coming again on a weekday to search for 4-year-old, as we are now learning, 4-year-old Athena. Now, we have been following these search parties as they have been looking on railroad tracks and through holes in the ground, anywhere this little girl could have crawled to. Again, we don't know much information about why Athena is missing or why her 5-year-old daughter was outside their home, but we do know that her sister is safe and is in state custody. We will stay here in Surreal and bring you the very latest in this investigation. Back to you, Evan.
Well, Kylie, really quick, let me ask you a question, because it was really tough to hear watching on video and watching that news conference. But at one point, when the question about the parents came up, there was another voice off camera. I thought I might have heard that it was a family member. Can you tell me who that was and what was said at that moment?
Yes, I believe that is Athena's grandmother. We had one of our reporters interview her this morning. She said that she has been here, drove down here this morning, and is not going to leave until Athena is found. We believe it is Athena's father's mother who is here. She has been here all day asking questions, and said that she is not going to leave until she has some answers into where Athena went.
I'll tell you what, your heart really goes out to her, that grandmother, and everybody out there who's joined in on this search effort. Obviously, a 4-year-old little girl. The temperatures are warmer than normal for January, which is a good thing, but obviously it is a really scary situation. We're going to be following this story with the help of Kylie there in Surreal, as well as our team coverage right here on KOCO5. But again, Athena Brownfield, 4 years old, blonde, adorable little girl, last seen, they believe, in a butterfly hoodie. We're going to keep up on this story. You can follow us on KOCO.com.
Yeah, imagine that, being reported missing by your 5-year-old sister. Golly. I dropped Arctic True Crime, his channel. Please sub up. And if I could get, it says there's 20 people lurking, whatever. Listen, I do not know who hits the like button, okay? But it's free. Don't be trifling. It's free. And if you have to hit the dislike, just hit it twice. It's very simple. We're not complicated over here. So, please sub up to Arctic True Crime, though. Even if you don't do the damn like button, just sub up to Arctic. Show him some love, because he does great. You have one boy a year apart, and they can't remember what. Oh, well, I know, right? Golly. Oh my goodness, y'all want to hear something kind of silly? I'm about to wrap it up. I think that's all. I did have a couple more for Athena, but we're at 2 hours and 6 minutes. Hit it. Hey, Burden. Hey, baby, how are you? Yeah, you got to hit it twice, Burden. It's different over here. It's different. Can you drop your link too if you have a chance? Yeah, Shar doesn't. Shar is my content creator, okay? She doesn't have a channel, okay? She only exists on YouTube because of me. I'm kidding. Actually, not funny story. It's a bedtime story for me, because this is not fucking funny. But this channel brought me and Shar together 100%. Her best friend was murdered in Oklahoma, and there was nothing going on with the case. And they tried to say it was suicide. It was this, it was that, it was this, it was that. And it's so beyond obvious that the man was murdered. So 100%. Char's been a dear friend of me. We have been damn near the whole 2 years, or over 2 years, that I've been on YouTube. But that's how we met, through a case. Natasha, which is actually Natasha McMillan. She's a mod over here. I met her through Maddie. She reached out to me through her best friend that was murdered. Oh hell. Where was that baby? Yes, happy anniversary. I love you, Shar. I love Seppi. I love all y'all. Miranda she'll be catching the replay. Let me see. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. But so yeah, that's a Bieber After Dark. We're all slowly losing brain cells as we speak. Let's see. I tell you who would. Miranda. She's constantly looking at stuff. Sapito is too. Constantly. Shar runs like a little, I don't know, like a charity organization. When I tell you that Shar is, oh God, Shar has the biggest heart. Let me say that. She is the backbone of not just her immediate family inside of her house, her entire family. So, you're only 3 months away from that anniversary. I know y'all been with me for a long time, man. I appreciate y'all. Your best friend in junior high was murdered when we were 14. His case got zero coverage. That's part of why my channel exists today. No shit, Arctic. Maybe we could, I'm sure you've done something on it. I would love to learn information. Just facts. I'm telling you, when I say we have the best community on YouTube, I really mean it, man. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm very, very blessed. That's why I got all emotional, because the channel does mean something. I know people may think it's stupid, but especially that first year, man, I really put a lot of work. And I don't want phony things. You know what I mean? I want to have, you got to handle these cases with tact, with class, with morals, with dignity, and with boundaries. You have to handle these cases with boundaries. So I do plan on doing a live stream tomorrow. I am really trying to pull myself up out of this funk. I told all my close people I'm kind of come out of a funk. Please, if you need to like pull me. Hubby is one of these people. Like I'm just trying to get past this little whatever. My medical stuff is being worked out. So if y'all want to, we can talk about the Idaho 4. I'm not going to put it in the title, and I'm not going to tag it, but I am extremely familiar with it. I know a lot of people want to talk about it. So if y'all want to do that tomorrow, we can. We can talk about all the things, right? It seemed like there was a couple other things. Let's see. I have a little notepad over here. Let's see. Oh, where was it? Good day. Tina Powers. Zaya Reed. I'm going to type it in the chat because I'm, I can't talk, so I guarantee I pronounced it wrong. Zene. A-E. This girl, did I write it correctly? Sin. Nope, I did. No, I wrote that wrong. Disregard that comment. All right. Char, delete that, would you? I'm going to write it down. Arctic, you may want to look into it. I've just started. Good Day wanted me to look into this. This baby's family needs justice. So, here you go. Say the F word for Tina. We're going to fucking look into this case. Oh, I'll use the F word in a better place. Char, you call me off guard. You know I can't just come in there cussing for no reason like that. But yes, Good Day. She likes the cussing so much, it kind of makes me wonder, is she living is she a nun or something? I don't ask her, I don't try to get up in her business like that, but she really loves the cursey words. So, and we just love her. I have a funny story about Good Day. Oh, God. Let's see. Oh, wait. Also, yes. The Brian Kohlberger, he has his second court appearance tomorrow. And what about Larry Malete? Listen, they had such a shit show on how to listen to the court proceedings today. Oh, God. Between, I had to, every time I would click on something on my phone, it would kick me out of the main web page and all this other shit. And it's hard for me to a lot of times sit down and take notes, but we are definitely going to be following the Maya Millette case, the Larry Malete trial, right? We're going to be following it. I'm very interested about that. She loved my channel as me. Oh, God, listen, I'm going to tell y'all this real quick about Good Day, Tina. We're about at the end anyways. Let me tell you this little quick story. So, Good Day, she was so loyal. She would always come be a part of the chats, and she was helpful, and she was just a great part of the community. Well, one day I gave her a wrench. I gave her a mod wrench. I didn't think nothing about it. She was a loyal subscriber to me, so I gave her a wrench. No big deal, nothing. This silly girl, she, God love her, she noticed that she was blue and she had the wrench. So she comments under the video, and she's so excited. She posts her actual telephone number in the YouTube comment section. And she's like, oh, I want to thank you. And this, that, and other. So I wrote down the cell phone number. I completely deleted it. And I messaged, I was like, and we talked for a while, but it was like great. She was so excited. She's like a little old lady, but it was amazing. She is so perfect. She is Char, but yeah. She Chris Thorns, she's real good to his channel too. But yeah, I was like, girl, don't do that. And She calls me Beaver. She's never once ever typed Beber. It's always Beaver, and I would not have it any other way. Yeah, man, she's amazing. Also with that, she has bad vision. I didn't know that, but like, yeah, so I don't know. There's just so many. I could just do this forever. I was talking. Hey, AP. Oh, AP's another one. Hey, beautiful. Thank you so much for popping. You wait, what? Oh no, AP, please. I'll email you. Okay, if you need something, you let me know. All right, sweetie. I hate to hear that. We're praying for you. Okay. We're praying for you. You got a few subs from your personal number, but I'm very cautious. Yeah, I agree too, Arctic. I agree. I talk so ridiculous. I had to make myself pronounce your name correctly. Arc. I had to say arc, or I'm just like Arctic. Arctic. It sounds like one syllable. Yeah, AP, y'all, please, can we get some prayers and for Miss AP? I will definitely keep you in my prayers. I will shoot you an email. I hope you're okay. Let me know if you need something. You know you can reach me anytime. You are one that could have my real cell phone number, honestly. I was talking, who was it? I don't know who it was, but I was talking to somebody about just having an open live stream where we just talk back and forth. Because I never really do that. I normally got bam, 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 or we're gonna pound out these stories and everything is so precise and scheduled, and I'm never really like relaxed. So I think maybe I'm gonna try to do that more often. Just have relaxing streams. Okay, love. That's why I haven't gotten around to sending your. No, AP, I didn't even think about that. But I haven't forgot. Yeah, well, you do need to forget. Please, I just want you to take care of yourself. I hadn't thought another thing about it. Honestly, the only thing I did think was, well, heck, I hope it didn't, if she did, I just didn't want it to get like lost in mail or something. But no, you never messaged me, so I just assumed. But no, it's fine, please. You don't have to. The thought is enough, just you being here. AP's good, and she has a lot of history in the medical field. So she's very helpful in a lot of these cases. She's been very instrumental to ICAD too, which is another one. So certainly trying love. Yeah. AP, I hate to hear that. I really do. So I think that's about it. I do plan on going live tomorrow. Is there anything in particular that y'all wanted to talk about? I'm definitely going to be looking up Sine Reed. I'm going to see what's going on with that. Tina said it's a very sad story and the family needs justice. Natasha has been looking at Mark Fullerton again. That's an old case, a cold case. They're not doing jack shit in that county. So is there anything I've been seeing about Anna Walsh? I don't know much. In the highlights that I have seen is that the husband is a complete idiot and they were looking for a missing woman, and no, he killed her. But I don't know a whole lot. And I know he was bad at it. Apparently he was very dumb and he left behind a lot of evidence. So, which is good for justice. You was on Natasha's panel the other night talking about, okay, good. Yeah, I stopped in there today to pop in on her. Oh, AP, we miss you too. I'm glad you popped in here, baby. Yeah. If you can't get to the email, that's fine. But I'm gonna send you an email and I'm gonna give you my cell number. That way it'd be easier for you to get a hold of me. Yeah, Natasha's doing good. She jumps right in there. I think she does real good. What was I gonna say? So if there's any, I will. Let me write down. I'm trying not to get saturated with all the stuff, but her case is just starting. There was another one. Let me think. I don't know. I'm always looking at stuff. Oh, I tell you another one that I have been. Okay. So do y'all watch Sloan? Some of y'all do. Some of y'all probably don't. All right, Sloan, he does kind of like, offshoot, like celebrity corruption, things like that. Well, he did a video about Isaac Cappy, and it completely inspired me. to do a follow-up. So on my members, I have an Isaac Cappy stream. All right. So, and it was supposed to have a part 2. So this is what I'm going to do. And I'm 1,000% Ariana Grande too. Okay, never mind. That was a anyways, Isaac Cat, I'm going to re-upload, or I'm going to put it on public, my Isaac Cappy part 2, part 1, but I'm going to start working on part 2. So and I'm going to start covering more, some of those type of stories. I'm pretty much going to start covering and talking about whatever I want to talk about. And if some people go, then they go. If some people don't, they don't. But there's a couple reasons why being boxed in this, child abuse, missing kids, and it's suffocating sometimes. It's suffocating sometimes. It really is. And I look at everything. Honest to God, I'm the nosiest bitch in the world. I know about Dana White, him slapping his wife. I know about, let's see, this Andrew Tate guy. Like, I am a nosy bitch. I am a nosy bitch. So I'm just going to start talking about whatever I want to talk about. And I do have the backup channel. I kind of want to do something funny, but whatever. Why can't I do it all on this channel? Right? You know what I mean? So, I just, sometimes it confuses people, or they ain't trying to hear that shit, but I don't like being in this box. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to try to start doing more of that. And, people will come and go, So anyways, I'm just chit-chatting. Do what feels good for you. Yeah, shortcake. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Did anyone ever find out, was Isaac Cappy? What? No, I did not. Just facts. And I would love to know more about this dead man switch too. Yeah, which we did talk about. We did talk a lot about the Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. So, I mean, we do veer sometimes, but people write down my cell down quick. As bad as I am about, oh no, don't put it in here. Don't put it in here, AP. Don't put it in here. Let me see. You don't have to message me back. Just all you gotta do is just check your messages. I will put it in the subject of the email. All right. But please, yeah, don't put it in here. God, I don't know. People are crazy. So, but yeah, I will put my cell phone number in the subject of the email. That way it pops right up and you don't have to do anything. So I would do it like that, because I'd hate for somebody to get your phone number. Then Bieber's in a damn car, being a real nosy bitch, then rolling up. I know you ain't calling people in the hospital. So yeah, we'll just, all jokes aside, but all right, what was I gonna say? Just facts. I know. Did you ever, just facts? Did you ever see one of the videos he did about the dead man switch, where it had the little girl, where it was something about like a bathhouse in Thailand or something? Maybe it was about Epstein. Yeah, people are like, who was I listening to the other day? Maybe that Jesse on Fire guy. I listen to him sometimes. But anyways, I don't agree with everything he says, but I think it was him. He said, oh yeah, Epstein's alive on an island. Bitch, where? They have zero incentive of keeping that man alive. There's no way in the world I believe that man is alive. No way. Can someone delete my message with myself for some reason? I can't. Oh, you already posted it? Sure, shit. Where is it? I didn't even see it. Lord. I'm going crazy. Well, somebody deleted it, because I sure don't see it. Yeah, it was somebody got it. Okay, thank you, Shar. Yeah, I didn't even see it. I'm over here telling you specific instructions on what to do, and I totally dropped the ball. I don't think it. Okay, good. Yeah, YouTube might have got it. All right, guys. So y'all want to talk about y'all want to talk about Anna tomorrow? Let me write it down. Did I write it down? No. I picked up the pen and I forgot what the hell I was doing. So yeah, we can talk about the wash case. No problem. Is there another one y'all want to talk about? And of course, we'll probably know more information tomorrow about Athena, little trinklings of this and that. So yeah, I will learn about the wash case. All right, not posted. Good. Yeah, Arctic's got a really good heart too. I completely agree with that. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I will see y'all tomorrow. And maybe the day after that too. I think I'm gonna have a couple of days where hubby's out of town, and me and him have also talked because y'all know I do the homeschool during the day, and I have 5 baby Yorkies, which they're not really babies, but they're my babies. So but mainly I homeschool. I'm here with my 8-year-old, and this stuff is not it's not good for his ears. So, but me and hubby have talked, so I will be taking out certain times during the week, and it won't be this late at night, but it'll be probably about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something like that. And then I'm going to do a couple streams at night. So, and hubby's fine with it, update. Yes, I did see Lucianne's body was found. I did see that. I absolutely did see that. Yeah. I'm delirious from my fever, so blame it on maybe. Oh, wow. AP, you better not get any damn calls. I'm telling you, I'll be a nosy bitch. I'll be in the car. Nobody better call you. Trying to get up and be weirdos on the internet and shit. All right, guys. I love y'all. It's been a great stream. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much. I've enjoyed this. And please, please, please be kind to yourself. All right? Give yourself a break and be kind to yourself and love on your babies. I'll see y'all soon.